been a decade and 1 year since Narendra Modi took over as Prime Minister of India, and BJP clearly is leaving no stone unturned in celebrating the grand fete. Now, the top party leaders in unison have spoken about the achievements of the NDA government in the last 11 years. Incidentally, today is also exactly 1 year since he was re-elected Prime Minister for the third time. But let me go across to Sumita Kari, joining me live from the Delhi newsroom. Sumita, very good evening. Given the fact that 11 years seems like yesterday, perhaps for some people, but given the aspect of how the party is also taking that opportunity to kind of highlight all that has happened under his leadership, how would you put that across in a nutshell to our viewers this evening?
Right, Nivedna. So 11 years of the Modi government or NDA have come to a conclusion, and of course the government is going steady so far as various development aspects and various reforms is concerned. So the government's agenda is reform, transform and of course perform, and over these past 11 years, that's essentially what the ministers from the Modi government stated, that the government has left no stone unturned when it comes to development agenda of the government. And not just that, inclusive development is what essentially the government is focusing on. And this is something that was echoed by JP Nadda as well, a union minister in the Modi cabinet. He, of course, spoke about the fact that, with the abrogation of Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir has become developed, and of course the UT has now been included as part of the mainstream country. Other than that, he was also touching upon the fact that how manufacturing in India has really taken off in a big way from, being an economy that was always service oriented. Now manufacturing has taken giant leaps. Other than that, of course, the ministers are, of course, stating the fact that it's not just manufacturing, but most importantly, defense manufacturing is playing a big role, given the fact that India largely has been an importer of defense equipment, but now it is exporting to at least over 100 countries. Other than that, there's been, rise in mudra loans. At least over 50 crore people have been given mudra loans. New homes have been made. New homes have been sanctioned. India is also the country where the fastest 5G rollout has happened, and that has, been confirmed from global telecom bodies as well. Ayushman Bharat scheme has attracted and helped in opening close to 100 crore accounts. Meanwhile, the doctrine in India's foreign policy, that's also undergone a significant change. And now India is looking at its issues independently. India is looking at its foreign policy and its relations with other countries independently, and is following a no-nonsense approach on terror. Meanwhile, the Indian economy, from when the Modi government took charge 11 years back, it was the 10th largest economy, but that number has now reached to the 5th largest economy, and it's well on its way to becoming the 4th largest economy. The government's aspiration is to become one of the 3 top economies in the world, and it is continuously working towards that. We are also given to understand that manufacturing is going to be a key part of this new India, this economy that is on the path to growth and development. So all of that has been spoken about by ministers on the Twitter platforms. In fact, there have been press conferences also that have been happening. In fact, the Prime Minister himself spoke about some of these aspects. Most importantly, the inclusion of poor and making sure that inclusive development takes place, so that the benefits of development can be accrued to.
Absolutely, Sumita. I appreciate you putting that into context as well. Of course, their leaders have also said what they make of these 11 years. Having said that, Sumita, of course, put those developments into perspective. But as far as UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, what is his take on how the past 11 years under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi has seemed like for the country? Let's listen to what he had to say.
1947 से लेकर के 2014 तक भारत दुनिया की केवल 11वीं अर्थव्यवस्था बन गया था, और वह अर्थव्यवस्था भी अस्थिर थी। पिछले 11 वर्ष में भारत दुनिया की 4थी बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना है। यानी भारत के ऊपर अब भारत ने अपनी आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव वर्ष में, जब ये देश अपनी आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरा कर रहा था, तब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत ने उस ब्रिटेन को अर्थव्यवस्था के मोर्चे पर पछाड़ा था, जिस ब्रिटेन ने भारत पर लगभग 200 वर्षों तक शासन किया था।
All right, we leave it at that because we're shifting our focus to